You know what? I was ecstatic when I got the news that I was going to be awarded this trophy. If there's a trophy that Gretzky hasn't won, then I'd say it's pretty incredible to have it on the resume, and that's right there. That's the only thing I'll ever have on him, so I'm going to be happy about that.
Welcome back. Wayne Gretzky's never won the Mr. TNT trophy, but he has won pretty much every single other award out there. And he joins us right now as we get set, wrap up the regular season, look ahead to the playoffs. Gretz, great to see you. Chelly, you leading us off?
Yeah, hey, Gretz, I guess not a hard question, but who are your top three for the Hart Trophy this year, and who's your top pick? Why, and what separates him from the seasons all these guys have had?
Well, sorry I don't have my tie on. I had it upside down too, Biz. Oh, what a year, huh? Well, let's start. My three guys that are probably not going to win the Hart that deserve a lot of credit. Cole Caulfield in Montreal. I mean, what a year. Rocket Richard type season. Look at how exciting their team is. Back to when Chelly played, the Flying Frenchman. Celebrini, probably missing the playoffs hurt him a little bit, but he's had a phenomenal year. And then, gosh, my real dark horse was the goaltender in Philadelphia. Look at the year he had. Look where they are. They're in the playoffs. He's been outstanding. But the three guys are the three usual guys. Kucherov has been unbelievable in Tampa Bay. How can you not vote for McKinnon? First place overall, another stellar year. But my vote would go to Connor McDavid on the basis of Edmonton's had kind of an up and down year all year, made a lot of changes. He's missed Hyman and Draisaitl for a great period of time, but he's still putting up numbers and he's still the best player in the National Hockey League. So I would vote for Connor McDavid if I had a vote.
Wayne, it's Biz here. I know you like snapping around the love, and it's hard for you sometimes to just pick one, but this one is not a multiple choice. If you can only pick one Eastern Conference matchup that you had to watch on television and not the others, which one would you like to watch out east?
Well, listen, they're all going to be great series, right? I think that it's going to be such great hockey. We were talking about this the other day. I was talking to Gary Player, of all people, and he was talking about how great the athletes in golf are today, the equipment, how much better it is. And I was telling him that's the exact same thing about the National Hockey League. These guys are phenomenal athletes. The knowledge they have now, the technology, the equipment, it's so much more exciting than when we played. And if I could watch one series, my first matchup would be Montreal-Tampa Bay. I think that's going to be physical, fast, good goaltending. I still think there could be a lot of goals in that series. That would be the one series I think is going to be fun to watch.
Gretz, tonight's game is a potential Stanley Cup final preview with Dallas and Buffalo Sabres. I've got two questions. Who do you have as your final two teams? And then who do you have as your eventual Stanley Cup champion this year?
Well, I haven't wavered too much in the West. And you guys know, even when Edmonton was struggling, I had picked Edmonton. I think Edmonton, Colorado are going to get to the semifinals. I'm not sure who's going to come out of that. I think a lot has to do with Colorado. They're going to have a tough first-round series, and then obviously they could have a tough second-round series with Minnesota or Dallas. So depending how they come out of those two series, but I like Edmonton to get to that semifinal. I like Carolina and Tampa Bay. I think that Carolina and Tampa Bay, I really like the year Roddy Bridamore's had with his hockey club. I think it's the best year that he's done as a coach. I like some of the moves that they made at the trade deadline. I think they're a more physical team. We talked about this in that series, Florida-Carolina, a couple of years ago, where Florida was just much more of a physical hockey team. But I like the style that Carolina plays. I like their goaltending, really good coaching staff, and I like the fact that they got more physical. So I look for Carolina, Tampa Bay final in the East, Edmonton, Colorado final in the West. Don't quote me on either one of those. Who's in the finals? I have no idea, right? But I really like Edmonton still to come out of the West. For some reason, I'm not just being biased. I think a healthy Draisaitl and a healthy Hyman makes them a better team. and they seem to be getting strong goaltending right now, and he's playing with confidence. I watched the 2-1 game the other night. It was a great hockey game. I look for Colorado and Edmonton to have a tremendous semifinal.
Gretz, you mentioned Rod Brind'Amour there. It feels like the Coach of the Year award is pretty wide open this year. Would you have Brind'Amour as your Coach of the Year? Because there's definitely some Sabres fans out there who said, hey, we've been waiting 14 years. We're finally back in the playoffs. Lindy Ruff's got to get some love. I mean, Rick Tocchet get the Flyers in. It feels like half the guys in the East could win the award.
Anybody can win this award. Look at Colorado. My goodness, they're first place overall, and that guy's getting no attention. Look at the job he's done. And one of the things I like about Colorado this year that I didn't like about Boston when they had that phenomenal year, they didn't face any adversity all year. Colorado's had some bumps and bruises along the way here, and they still finished first place overall. They're going to be a really tough out. And look at the job he's done. Just incredible. As you said, John Cooper, what a job he's done this year. Marty St. Louis, I mean, how exciting is that hockey club to watch play each game, game in, game out? They're fun. He's done a remarkable job. Rick Tocchet, I mean, my goodness, look at the year he's had. I'm so happy for Rick, as you guys are. We know him really well. We're excited for him. Just a phenomenal job that he's done in Philadelphia. He's turned that franchise around. Him and his coaching staff. It's not just one guy. It's an entire staff, as we know. But ultimately, I think we could all agree the job Lindy Ruff has done in Buffalo is pretty remarkable. To do what they did, not only over the last few years where they've kicked around and missed the playoffs, but they didn't start out like the Buffalo Sabres. They started out like the St. Catharines Sabres of the OHL. They were not very good. And he turned that around after 15, 20 games. They're getting good goaltending. They're physical. They're fast. They're fun to watch. I'd be surprised and shocked if Lindy Ruff didn't win Coach of the Year.
Wade, thanks so much for your time. Looking forward to having you back in the studio during the playoffs.
Good
Seeing you,
I
Gretz.
get no insight on Mr. TNT, or I have to wait like everybody else and watch it on TV, or can you give me a hint, Biz?
We're still deciding. I think.
I think it's still up for grabs. I know that your buddy John Cooper won't be winning it because he just came in and insulted us halfway through the year, the whole panel. And then Seth Jarvis ain't going to win it because he insulted me personally. So,
of course, that could be the reasons why they win. So, yeah, give me the complete opposite.
I just want everybody on TNT to know how much pull and power I have there. I didn't even get a vote. So.
I would vote for those drapes before I did for Brad Marchand.
Hey, and one last thing. How can you not throw in for Coach of the Year a guy who's undefeated? John Tortorella.
I think
coach has ever been
sample
undefeated in an entire series.
I think we're going sample
well,
size
listen,
here.
You guys do an incredible job. I'll see you next week. Good luck. Enjoy the playoffs. And Chelly and I haven't had a chance to work together. This is our first time. I'm so excited. And Tuuka and I have been together a couple times. But Anson, nice to see you. Liam, Biz, you guys have fun tonight. We'll be watching.
All right, thanks,
Gretz.
Gretz. See you next week.